And they have named a much changed lineup for that game tonight. Made 5 changes and all. No Salah and no Van Dijk in the Liverpool team. But in general, and looking specifically at that first leg in Porto, did that sort of set down a marker for Liverpool, as you just said a few moments ago, that they are serious contenders in this competition?
Yeah, Neil said it. On any day, they could beat any of the other teams. And I think Van Dijk. You know, people talk about. You worked with Van Dijk.
Yeah.
People talk about how good Liverpool are going forward, and Mignolet was dodgy, and they gave daft goals away from set pieces. Well, I think, which you can never underestimate, you get someone in who all of a sudden stops you conceding daft goals. The confidence that gives to the rest of the team is enormous. You know, if you're playing great football and you're scoring a goal and then you're letting a soft one at the other end, sooner or later that gets to you. And I think Liverpool now have got beyond that. I think I'm a big fan of Van Dijk. I think someone like him, who never seems to be at 100%, whatever he's doing, always seems to have a bit more up his sleeve, whether he gets in a race, whether he's jumping to head the ball, or he has to outmuscle someone. He always seems to have that bit extra, never at full extent. And I think he's made an enormous difference to them. And it just makes the guys going forward even better, because they're going with even a bit more freedom. And they're right now they're exceptional to watch. And as a Liverpool supporter, they excite me. But it might just be they could have an off day against one of the really big guys. But so could City, so could whoever Tottenham, so could Chelsea if they're left in it.
We see Mane warming up behind us, Neil, and there's a number of factors kind of running in together for Liverpool. You know, the likes of Robertson, who's not playing tonight either, but someone like him coming into form, adding to what Salah's been doing all season. Van Dijk, as Graeme just said, even the keeper looks a bit better. Everything seems to be coming right for them.
Yeah, I think they're a different team from the one we covered when they lost a 3-goal lead in Sevilla. No question. They look a different animal. I think Graeme points out that Van Dijk's made a huge difference to that. Robertson's playing very well. The front three are dynamite. And this is all off the back of losing Coutinho as well. And no one's talking about Coutinho now. And I think they've bought really well. I think they've identified where the problems are. And I think they're a real threat. I think they're the best counter-attacking team in Europe at the minute with the tools that they've got. Salah's, scoring week in, week out. Sané we've liked, for a long, long time. Firmino's playing very well. So as a front three, they are spectacular. They needed to plug the gaps, and I think they're doing that now. They've got real athleticism at the back as well, and players who can handle the ball. In terms of European football, Brian, did we see something in the first leg that is really encouraging for Liverpool? Because there was a kind of a courage about the way they played, even though it was, on paper, a really tough away tie.
Well, I think their form in Europe this year has been sensational overall. I mean, they were the highest scoring team in the group. I think it was 25 goals. We saw them scoring 7s and 5s, 7 and 5 against Maribor. Sevilla was the 2 matches. That's where the question mark was, the 2-2 and the 3-3. As the lads have said, vulnerability at the back, giving away soft goals. They may have cured that. I don't think they've had very strong opposition other than Spurs since Van Dijk has played. So it remains to be seen when the bigger challenge comes. Is Karius good enough? Has he improved enough for them to be solid there? But certainly Robertson's a big improvement in the left back position. Gomez, Trent, Alexander in the right back position have been done very well. And midfield, they've got 6 players for 3 positions. Not so many options in the front. Well, Alana will come in tonight, but they're playing the other 3 nearly every match.
We have a selection from that first leg, Graeme, showing that sort of brave approach that they have. Now, is this okay against teams like Porto, and maybe later in the competition mightn't work so well?
You've answered it, Tommy. That's can you do that against the very best teams? No, you won't be able to do it. I mean, Porto are a decent team. You know, they're not a team that's going to threaten to win this competition. In Liverpool, the way they've been playing it wasn't a surprise to me that they've gone there and scored. I didn't think they'd get 5, but certainly 2 or 3 was. I'm thinking that's not beyond them in a night, and it went well for them. I mean, when you see them going forward, they go forward with such pace. They've got great pace. They've got great legs in the team now, and they're working more from a solid base, which gives those front guys more confidence to go and attack. But this result didn't surprise me.
The scale of it, the magnitude of it?
No, because I've worked in, had a couple of years in Portugal working, and Porto is not an easy place to go and get a result. They come after you. And you know they're a bit like Rangers or Celtic playing at home.
Yeah.
You have to go after the opposition, and they would be committed. They would have started off thinking we'll outscore Liverpool, and they come up against the wrong team on the wrong night. I mean, it suited Liverpool down to the ground. Where you play against a less naive team, where they'll sit and have a look at you first.
That's what will test them.
Yeah, they'll sit and have a look at you and wait for you to make the first move, if you like. But Porto don't do that, as I said. They would have come after Liverpool from the very first minute, believing they could outgun them.
And they paid the price.